Hi, Trisha Reed here, consciouslypresent.com. Trauma-informed recovery coach, energy healing practitioner, and author. In today's video, I'm going to talk about some ways our bodies are always communicating with us and how to decode the messages our bodies are sending. So let's talk about how you know when you're on the verge of overwhelm. The message you feel is, I don't have the energy for this. You might catch yourself even thinking or even hear yourself saying, this is too much. So this raises the question, when your body feels that it doesn't have the energy to handle a stressor that you're experiencing, where is the energy? Why not enough energy to face this? Reasons why our bodies may not feel there is sufficient energy to handle a stressor include A. Not taking in enough energy from food, dieting or energy restriction by way of reduced or inadequate food and nutrition intake. B. Not making enough energy, such as from mitochondria being damaged or dysfunctional. C. Something or someone is using up your energy, such as toxins that require more energy from your body to detoxify, chronic stress situations, chronic or acute illness, infections, medical or dental procedures or surgeries. These require more energy for the body to heal. Over-the-counter and pharmaceutical medications. These tend to cause nutritional imbalances and deficiencies, and they deplete or block critical nutrients and cause toxicity that the body needs more energy to balance and detoxify. Misalignments in your body that require you to use more energy to move your body. Chronic or acute pain, injury, inflammation, EMF and other radiation, stuck, trapped emotions, people needing constant attention, body is overworking, such as overexercising, things that cause your body to have to use more energy. D. Something is stealing your energy, such as parasites, fungi, bacteria, astral parasites, energy vampires, controlling people, narcissistic abusers, our own distortions and negative thought loops and thought forms and thought patterns, fears, phobias. E. Insufficient support, such as emotional, financial, physical support, time, rest and recovery, downtime, joy, fun, recreation, etc. F. Sudden shock. Okay, so these are many of the reasons why our brains, our nervous systems, our bodies may feel that they do not have the energy to prevent an overwhelm or trauma from occurring. When the fight-flight sympathetic nervous system activates, more energy is needed for the body. If the body senses that there's not enough energy to maintain and regulate, then the brain will instruct the body to go into an energy conservation mode, and it utilizes the dorsal branch of the vagus nerve as something like an emergency brake to shut things down in the body, to downregulate. This is called the freeze. The freeze is your body's message telling you that it does not have sufficient energy and needs more in order to reallocate resources to all your bodily functions and reestablish homeostasis. When this happens, if you decipher this message correctly, then you will know to provide your body with more nutritious food intake, calories, protein, vitamin C, more rest, and whatever other support you need. You need time, you need more energy, and you need to feel safe in your environment. And your environment includes your body. In fact, it is your body that needs to experience the felt sensation of safety. For this, it needs your conscious presence. To the body, you are God. To the body, there is nothing safer than to feel your conscious presence inside your body. But this takes time and practice, and it means building trust between your body and yourself. And this can be very challenging when we've been conditioned for our whole lives not to trust our bodies, not to see them as our partners in this life, as our communicator. We spend most of our lives trying to run away from the messages our bodies are giving us. They communicate to us through our feelings, our bodies' felt sensations that most of us don't want to feel. But you can't fully address these feelings by escaping into your mind, because these issues are stuck in your body. There isn't really a separation between mind and body after all. We operate as a body-mind complex. The conscious mind simply has the illusion of operating as a separate unit from the physical body. So we tend to indulge the illusion by running away into our heads, trying to think our way out of feeling. But that only works to a point. There are things that we can't simply positive think our way out of, or just subconsciously program away. Other times, something like hypnosis can work, or energy healing, because we are energy beings. But for most of us, it's just not that simple. Especially if you don't have the energy or resources or knowledge that you need to resolve things quite so magically in this realm. Or if you have substantial trauma causing many distortions. This is why I recommend and teach the practice of somatic experiencing. This is how you learn to get into your body and feel what's happening in your body. With daily practice, along with journaling your experience, you start getting in touch with your body. Not just the physical layer, but all the layers of your body-mind complex. You see, all the layers of your body-mind complex inform each other. They're communicating with each other all the time. And your spirit essence, or your consciousness, which is the driver of your soul vehicle, your body-mind complex, also gives and receives communication with your body-mind complex. You don't just develop your body awareness, but you also develop your intuition and open up your connection with your own spirit essence, your true self. You start to see where associations have been made between emotions, subconscious programs, thought forms, other sensations and symptoms. This is how you start to learn how to understand the messages from your body, release the distortions that cause such distress, and become more and more of your true self. If you want to really learn how to do this for yourself, I encourage you to head on over to my site, consciouslypresent.com, and check out my course. For right now, though, I'm going to give you a couple of examples of how you can start listening to your own body. So in our first example, let's say the main symptom that's troubling you is constipation or sluggish motility. There could be a number of different reasons for this. You've got the message from your body that something in your digestive tract isn't working so well, but how do you get a better sense to pinpoint what's going on there? One thing you can do before you even work on getting into your body is to zoom out a little, take inventory of what else is going on in your life and in your environment. Let's say in this example, you've also been experiencing delays with some sort of progress you've been anticipating, such as a promotion or a raise. So you get out your journal and note the main issue is constipation. What's going on in your life? You're experiencing delays. And what's happening in your environment around you? You note, for example, I've been getting stuck in traffic a lot lately. What else? Perhaps you note that your garbage disposal broke down. All very interesting clues. If you think about what's in common between all these items listed, you realize that there's something stuck and stagnant energy that's actualizing inside your body and all around you. You might have even noted that you feel stuck, and maybe you've even been saying to friends that you feel stuck. The things we say without realizing what we're saying are also a big clue, something that we need to pause and notice. Now you get into your body, and while you just become curious about what sensations your body is feeling, detaching from any memories or stories going on in your mind, you just take a couple of minutes to scan your body for sensations. You simply relax and feel in your body. You realize that your left knee feels a bit uncomfortable. Something that you maybe just sort of noticed a couple of times but didn't really stop to feel and register. Now you register it. What could that left knee be telling you? So you note in your journal that you felt some unpleasant sensations in your left knee. Do you know when it started? Just note everything you can about these sensations as you tune into your body. Note what the discomfort feels like. Describe it as best you can, including where it starts and ends, if it feels warmer or cooler, when you can remember it started, if it feels like a dull ache, or does it happen only when you stand on it or move a certain way? Or does it feel like something stabbing, more acute? Does it feel like something stuck from a long time ago, or does it feel like something that started more recently? So in this example, you just log all of your observations into your journal. Let's say that in this example, the left knee discomfort started more recently. Now let's go back in time a little ways and ask, what was going on in your life just prior to when you noticed the left knee discomfort? What was happening before the constipation, before the recent traffic issues, getting stuck in traffic, before the garbage disposal broke down? What happened? You can ask your body to show you, to tell you, and relax as you make the time to stop and listen and remember what happened. In this example, let's say that you had a falling out with a family member that resulted in the family member cutting you off and out of their life just prior to when all these stagnation symptoms started. So you note that in your journal. You might not have realized that this was a significant change in your life. Had you taken the time to feel that loss in your body? Did you grieve that loss? Had you stopped to feel all the emotions in your body that went with that? Had you regulated your nervous system through it? Had you discharged that emotional energy from your body and your nervous system? Or had you perhaps held on to the pain and grief? Was there an overwhelm that got stuck in your nervous system with this event? Remember the reasons for overwhelm I mentioned at the start of this video. Did you lose the support of a loved one when this family member cut you off? Did you stop eating over the stress of it? Did you have someone or something else draining your energy at the same time? In this example, you just go back and log what you can recall. Perhaps it was simply the shock that was overwhelming, which can happen too. Grief is an emotion that gets generated and stuck in our colon. Many times when we go through sluggish bowel issues, that's the first place to look. Our colon is literally holding on. What else are we holding on to? Oftentimes, that would be grief. But there are other emotions that get generated by and stuck there in the colon too. These include confusion, stubbornness, defensiveness, and self-abuse or inner criticism, self-punishment. Might any of these other emotions have been held on to at the time of the falling out with a family member? In this example, you tune into your body and ask to communicate directly with your colon. And just note the emotions that come to you. Next, you tune into your left knee and ask to communicate directly with this part of you. And note the emotions that come to you there as well. The left knee is also a place where things often get stuck. When we find it difficult to take a step forward, when we have trouble adjusting to some sort of change in life, and it's highly correlated with grief. In this example, you realize just how much this falling out with your family member affected you, as you realize that the fight caused you to go into freeze or overwhelm, and all the emotions being generated at that time got stuck. And ever since then, you've been saying how you feel stuck. Now you're experiencing the reflections in your body and all around you of that which got stuck. You realize you've got to take the first step to getting it unstuck and keep moving forward from there. This involves regulating your nervous system and providing safe discharge for the stuck emotional energies so that your energy can flow freely again. Perhaps you need to resolve things with your family member. Perhaps you need to let all the pain go and move forward. Maybe there's a bit of healing you need to do before you could even entertain the idea of resolving anything with this family member. Whatever the case, when you work through the trauma and use all your tools for healing, such as somatic experiencing, nervous system regulation, safe emotional discharge, journaling, meridian tapping such as EFT, emotional freedom technique, or TFT, thought field therapy, or acupuncture, to clear those stuck energies from your meridian system, adding essential oils, Bach flower remedies, or homeopathy, making sure you're consistently getting adequate protein, nutrients, including carbohydrates and vitamin C, and hydration. You work with your body to help your body to let go of what's stuck, rather than running away in your mind trying to fix what's stuck in your body as you leave your body out of it. You have to include your body. Abandoning your body doesn't work. In our next example, let's say that you're struggling with a sense of chronic frustration and irritation and moodiness that you can't seem to shake no matter what you do. Let's take this to a somatic experiencing session to see what your body tells you about this. In this example, you relax and ground yourself in your body and do your body scan. And you notice right away that you're clenching your jaw. You realize you've been clenching your jaw a lot lately, and sometimes feel that it's almost locked like that. As you continue scanning, you also notice that you've got some pain in your low back that has been there for a little while in the background, but now that you're in your body, you really notice it. Ouch! No wonder you've been running away in your head and avoiding feeling what's happening in your body, right? Nobody wants to feel that. As you notice the pain in your lower back, you also notice that your right knee has also been feeling some pain, and so has the bottom of your left foot. As you continue scanning your body, you remember you also have a tooth that's been acting up when you eat, and that you've noticed having a white film on your tongue, as well as a rather consistently low body temperature. So you record all of this in your journal. Next, you pick the most troubling emotion you've been feeling lately and somatically experience it. In this example, you decide to let yourself feel what frustration feels like in your body. You note that you feel a tightness in your chest, a sense coming up from your core that feels like something is slugging you in the belly and pulling like a rope at the same time. You feel something that reminds you of panic, something like rage and helplessness at the same time. It feels out of control, and you notice that you're not sure if you want to explode or cry. You also notice that your nostrils are flaring and you're clenching your jaw really tight. Following the guidance of your nervous system, you breathe through it, move your jaw a bit to loosen it up, get some blood flowing there, and allow yourself to cry to discharge the energy. You also notice the desire to punch or throw something, so you head off to your bedroom and punch your mattress a couple of times. No harm done. You come back and observe how you feel in your body following the discharge, and notice you feel a little better. Your body recognizes that you have gotten its message and provided nervous system regulation and discharge. Next, you relax into your body and ask the questions, what is the frustration about? What do these symptoms mean? What are the reasons for the overwhelm? As you tune into the bodily sensations, your jaw, your right knee, your lower back, and your left foot, you find that your mind seems to have drifted off to a relationship with someone who's been taking advantage of you, using you, and pushing your boundaries. Before you dismiss the thought of this relationship that just crept into your somatic experience exercise, you realize that this is not just some random thought or distraction. This is an intuitive answer from your body in response to your question. So in this example, you go into your body to feel your feelings about how this person has been treating you. Now your low back starts to really come into your awareness as you realize that you have felt completely unsupported by this person. And you remember that an ongoing lack of support is one cause for overwhelm. The bottom of your left foot starts burning as you feel in your body how that person ignores your boundaries. And you remember that ongoing exposure to controlling or narcissistically abusive people is another cause for overwhelm. Your right knee starts throbbing as you feel your feelings about how much this person takes advantage of you, how much you give to this person at your own expense, and deny yourself your own time and energy, while you remember that insufficient resources is yet another cause for overwhelm. Your jaw clenches again as you somatically experience the resentment you feel towards this person for draining you, while you recall that being drained by someone or something else is another cause for overwhelm. Your tooth starts to ache as you realize you're clenching your jaw again. And then you note it all in your journal as you realize you've just deciphered these messages from your body. And since you've listened to my previous videos in which I talked about Candida, you already know that Candida feeds off resentment. And Candida loves to colonize in your digestive tract and your mouth. So you realize that the white film on your tongue is a symptom of Candida overgrowth. And Candida overgrowth also affects your thyroid function and often causes symptoms of hypothyroidism, which may explain why your body temperature has been low, which Candida and other fungi and bacteria thrive in. And that these yeast and fungal overgrowths are yet another cause of overwhelm. So in this example, now that you have become aware of just how much this particular relationship with this person has been affecting your body, you take the appropriate steps to deal with this relationship, whatever that means for you. You work with your body to restore proper nutrition while working on your boundaries at the same time. And perhaps you decide to start the Cosmic Death Fungus NAC Candida Detox Protocol. You start giving your own body support and consciously feeling the felt sensation in your body of what support feels like by consciously feeling the support of the earth under your feet, or a supportive chair or mattress under your back, while you strengthen friendships with more supportive people. You stop eating all of the yeast breads and refined sugars that the Candida had you eating, and increase your protein, cooked vegetables, and fruits, adopting a pro-metabolic eating plan, knowing that the protein raises your body temperature and gives you the foundation your body needs for support, for growth and healing, for your gut lining barrier. And you start really, truly nurturing yourself, giving yourself the time, space, pleasure, joy, and fun that you've been missing out on because someone else was constantly draining you and leaving nothing left for you. You start singing to loosen up your jaw and get the blood flowing there, and to stimulate your vagus nerve, to help you to get back into parasympathetic dominance and regulate your nervous system. You practice smiling in the mirror, smiling at yourself, for you, and you become your own best friend. And you stay in touch with your body by checking in for at least 2 minutes with your body scans each and every day, so your body doesn't have to go through feeling abandoned and needing to give you symptoms like a baby screaming at you in pain anymore. There are countless different examples that I could share here, but hopefully these 2 examples give you a little something to go on for your own body decoding. As I said before, it does take practice and it takes time. Your body uses the language of the subconscious. It doesn't really talk to you in left brain English or whatever language you speak. Your body is part of your greater subconscious. We just have to learn the language. It's similar to dreams, and dreams also give you a lot of clues about the bodily symptoms that you're experiencing. But again, dreams happen in the language of the subconscious. Because even this reality that we're living that feels so real and physical is all still a dream in the bigger picture. It takes a lot of time and practice and also the commitment to yourself to learn to communicate with your subconscious. Once you learn to interpret the messages your body is giving you, you can then start to learn how to send messages to your body that your body will understand too. And it's also the language of the subconscious that takes us deeper and deeper into who we truly are, perhaps even all the way home, beyond this construct we're in here. Learning how to communicate with your body is one of the most important things you can ever do for yourself. It starts with listening and bringing your conscious presence into your body to feel what your body is feeling is how you start to listen and decode your body's messages. If you knew that you are the entire universe, truly, you might at some point find yourself in a state of wonder and curiosity about your own body. Instead of being focused outwardly all the time so much, what might it feel like in your body to explore within? Perhaps somatically experiencing the felt sensations of curiosity would be a great place to start. What does curiosity feel like in your body? After all, curiosity is one of the keys to the kingdom. So I hope that you found this video helpful for you. Thank you so very much for being here with me today. Please share your thoughts below as well as any questions you might have. Please hit the thumbs up if you like this video and share with others too, and subscribe for more from me. Until next time, get into your body and enjoy your day.